This is Burma, but this is not just a geography. It is a place where an order makes itself invisible. From the outside, everything seems normal. There is warm weather, dense greenery, heavy humidity, and a rhythm where the days pass slowly. But what Orwell pays attention to is precisely this normality, because some normalities are not innate. They are constructed later. When you look at the streets, there are people, but these people are not a crowd. They don't mingle with each other. Every movement is measured. Voices are not raised. Even laughter is incomplete. It's as if everyone knows something but doesn't say it. And the most important detail is this: nobody is bothered by this silence. This is no longer a situation, it's a habit. Why does a society reduce its own voice? Because here, silence is not a necessity, it is a learned behavior. Orwell notices this. This place is not silent, it has learned to be silent. And this difference seems small, but it changes this. Reality is no longer natural, it is something managed. The British Empire is visible here, but its real power lies in its appearance. Everything is in its place. Official buildings, orderly streets, club life, laws. But nothing appears overtly oppressive, because this system doesn't shout, it defines. The English see themselves as order. In their eyes, this is not governance, it's responsibility. But this responsibility produces something else: distance. The natives and the English live in the same space, but they are not in the same world. There is an invisible layer between them. It is not spoken, but it is felt. Orwell sees something very clearly here. Power is not always about coercion. Sometimes it is just about drawing a framework. And within that framework, everyone learns their role, without questioning. For the English, this system is civilization. But this civilization does not produce any meaning for the indigenous people. It only produces a sense of order. And the most powerful aspect of this order is that it seems to not force anyone, but it shapes everyone's behavior. Does a system have to control people, or does it only become a system when people already accept being controlled? In Orwell's view, the answer is clear. This is not just a government, it is a production of perception. And the real story of Burma begins here. The continuation of an invisible order through an invisible acceptance. Fleury is inside this world, but he is never fully a part of it. He lives like other Englishmen. He goes to the same club. He drinks the same drinks. He participates in the same conversations. But his mind doesn't work the same way, because he doesn't just see, he notices. And noticing is not an advantage here, it becomes a burden. When he sits in the club, he looks around, people talk, but these conversations are not real communication. It's more the circulation of memorized thoughts. The natives are untrustworthy. Without discipline, there is no order. This country will collapse if it is not controlled. And these sentences are never debated. They are only repeated. Fleury notices this. If a thought is repeated enough, it ceases to be a thought and becomes a belief. But this belief is not questioned, because questioning means stepping outside the system. And stepping outside the system is very simple: loneliness. The English club is in the center of town, but this center is not geographical. It is a social center. When you enter, the world changes. The door closes and the Burma outside suddenly disappears. It's as if there are two different realities, one outside, one inside. There are people inside. They drink, they talk, they laugh, but everything is controlled. Which topic is safe? Which topic is dangerous? This is not written down, but everything knows. If a sentence goes in a different direction, the energy of the environment changes. The silence becomes heavy, the gaze is sharpened, the conversation resets. Flora feels this very clearly. There is no freedom here. But the oppression is not explicit either. Can freedom disappear without prohibition? Orwell shows here, yes, because control doesn't always work by force. Sometimes it works through harmony. And the most dangerous system is this, the system in which people think they are free. The strongest aspect of this system is this, no one is forced, but everyone behaves the same way. Because it is possible to be different, but there is a price. And this price is not physical. It is a social price, exclusion. Not being invited to a party, being slowly removed from a conversation, not having a glance lasting. These are not overt punishments, but they are the most effective punishments. Flora feels this every day, but he cannot change it. Because here the system is not managed from a center. It works with the reactions people give to each other. Why does a society think the same way? Not because it is forced, but because it avoids the price of being nonconformist. And Orwell makes his most important observation here. The greatest control in this system is people regulating each other. Here, power is not solely in the hands of the British. The real chaos lies into opposing figures within the local population. On one side is Yupokine, on the other side is Dr. Veraswamy, and both live within the same system, but not in the same way. In Yupokine's world, nothing is done openly. He doesn't shout, he doesn't explain, he doesn't defend, because his method is simple. Instead of directly ruling people, he makes people rule each other. He targets someone, but never openly. He leaves a small rumor. He says a sentence halfway. He leaves a doubt hanging in the air, and then he withdraws, because he knows the human mind doesn't like emptiness. It feels in the missing information itself, and most of the time, this feeling is against the person himself. After a while, the target is left alone, but no one can clearly say why, because the process is invisible. Only the result exists. For Yupokine, this is not a power, it is engineering. It leaves an invisible decay within human relationships, and the system grows it on its own. Dr. Veraswamy is the exact opposite. He is not bad, but he is a believer too much. He believes in British rule. He believes that the system is well-intentioned. He sees himself as valuable within the system. But there is a problem here. The system doesn't want him to believe in it. It wants him to exist only as long as he is needed. Veraswamy doesn't notice this, or he doesn't want to notice it. Because for him, being close to the British is a security, a status, a protection. But this protection is actually transparent. Because the system accepts him as long as he is useful. But the moment he becomes disturbing, it erases him. Yupokine and Dr. Veraswamy live in the same world. But one uses the system, the other believes in the system. Yupokine knows this. Real power is when people don't trust each other. Veraswamy, on the other hand, thinks this. Power is the possibility of the system being fair. But in Burma, these two thoughts cannot coexist. Because one produces the truth, the other believes in the truth. And in this conflict, the winning side is always clear, the one who uses the system. Yupokine starts a small suspicion. Veraswamy tries to understand it. Flora is caught in the middle, and the system works silently. No one shouts, but a person slowly falls. The greatest distraction in Burma is not the open attack, it is the silent erosion of reputation. The morning begins ordinarily, but even ordinary things in Burma carry tension. There is activity in the street. An elephant has gone out of control. But this is not just an animal incident. The entire order of the town changes in an instant. People start to flee. The sound rises, but they are not uncontrolled. It's more like a suppressed panic leaking out. Flurry is there, and unlike the others, he doesn't run away. He waits. A gun is brought. But this is not just a preparation. A scene is being set up. Everyone watches, not just the elephant. Flurry is also being watched. The silence suddenly becomes heavy. Time slows down. And a single moment arrives, the trigger is pulled. The sound is very short, but its effect is long. The elephant falls, but this is not an end. It is a change. What really died at that moment? The elephant or Flurry's perception in society? Because suddenly the gazes change. Flurry is no longer an ordinary person. He becomes a powerful person. But this power is not real. It is a performance. Because here, value is determined not by who one is, but by what one is useful for. And Orwell makes his harshest observation here: a person's value is determined not by the action he takes, but by how that action is interpreted by others. Flurry feels this, but he cannot change it. After the elephant incident, something changes, but this change is not visible. The town remains the same. The streets are the same. The club is the same. The people are the same. But Flurry's surroundings are no different. Because Elizabeth arrives, and her arrival seems like a hope for Flurry. But this hope is not real. For the first time, Flurry thinks, maybe there is a way out of here. When they go to the forest, the city is left behind. The noise decreases. Nature seems more real. Flurry talks, not just about everyday things. He talks about the system itself, about colonialism, about contradictions, about the hypocrisy of people. But Elizabeth listens, but she doesn't understand. Or she chooses not to understand. Because her world is simpler: security, status, acceptance. And Flurry realizes the truth isn't always incomprehensible. Sometimes it's simply not wanted to be accepted. For Elizabeth, these conversations aren't information. It is a risk zone, and she moves away from that risk, quietly. Flurry doesn't notice it immediately, but the change has begun. Why do people move away? Not because the idea changes, but because their comfort zone is disrupted. And here the most serious rupture begins. Hope slowly retreats, but no moment is dramatic. Only a distance is created, and that distance doesn't close again. After the elephant incident, the town looks the same, but nothing is the same. Flurry is no longer the same. But what has changed is not his behavior, but the way he is looked at. When he enters the club, the atmosphere is familiar. The same chairs, the same faces, the same sounds of drinks. But something is missing, the feeling of inclusion. The conversations continue, but not beside Flurry. It seems to flow outside of him. No one treats him badly, but no one calls him either. And this is the hardest form of exclusion. There is no overt rejection. There is only invisibility. Flurry feels it, but he can't put a name to it. Because it's not an event, it is a process. Glances are now brief. Sentences don't reach him. Conversation close around him. How do you destroy a people? Not by shouting, by not participating. And Flurry realizes there is no punishment here. You are simply not included. Elizabeth now seems more distant, but this distance is not sudden. A conversation doesn't end. There is no argument. There is no break. Only contact decreases. Glances shorten. Sentences become lighter. Meetings become less frequent. And finally, silence begins. For Elizabeth, Flurry is no longer a possibility. He has become a risk. Why do people withdraw? not because it's wrong, because it has become uncertain. Fleury understands this, but he understands it too late. And that moment, the heaviest thing happens. Hope is no longer recalled, because here the relationship is measured not by emotion, by social security. And as Elizabeth distances herself, the world inside Fleury shrinks. Fleury no longer belongs anywhere, not to the English, not to the natives, not to the cottage, not to Elizabeth, not to himself. And this doesn't seem like a collapse. It's more like an erasure. Because the greatest tragedy here is this: a person is lost not because they done something wrong, but because they don't fit in anywhere. Fleury has seen the truth, but seeing the truth hasn't saved him. On the contrary, it has left him alone. Because in this world, truth is often not an advantage, it is an isolation. And here arises the heaviest question Orwell leaves behind. Is it the system that destroys a person, or is it their inability to adapt to that system? This story is not about Burma. This is something more universal. People are often controlled not by oppression, but by conformity. And the strongest systems are built not by those who shout, but by those who remain silent. Sometimes what destroys a person is not being in the wrong place, but being alone when they see the truth.
If this video stayed with you somewhere, if even a single sentence made you stop and think, if it made you feel that you are not alone. To keep these kinds of videos coming, liking the video, leaving your thoughts in the comments, and sharing it is enough for us to continue this journey together. If you don't want to miss these moments of confrontation, subscribe, because this place is for those who can't run away from themselves. If you are here, it means we are asking the same questions. You can also follow me on my social media accounts. Take very good care of yourself. See you.